Hi, I'm Donna Williams, the chairwoman of the Wake County Republican Party, and sitting next to me today is Bo Hines, who is our candidate running for U.S. Congress District 13. Thank you for coming in today.
Absolutely. It's a blessing to be here.
Awesome. Well, I want to start, this is to let our listeners just get to know you a little bit better. And so my first question is, tell us a little bit about you as a person.
Sure. Well, I'm a young man now, but as an even younger man, I was very focused on athletics. I was a football player, played high school football at Charlotte Christian School, just south of the city there. And, it was a blessing to earn a scholarship to play at North Carolina State, which is right here in Wake County.
Right.
And I spent my first year there. I had success in the field. We had a great team and a great coaching staff. Coach Dorn is still there. I was actually his first commit ever to North Carolina State when he became the head coach there.
Wow.
And I was able to help build that class, which I still take a lot of pride in.
Good.
But after the conclusion of my freshman year, I decided to transfer to Yale, where I finished my undergraduate career. And I battled a lot of the crazies up there. But I came out relatively unscathed, and I learned a lot. Iron sharpens iron, so I was really able to hone in on my beliefs and what my value systems were there.
Excellent.
And came back home, went to law school at Wake Forest, and in the midst of that, worked in and out of my parents' businesses.
Okay.
So I bounced around the state, but I'm a true North Carolinian, been here my entire life, and glad to be here in Wake County.
Well, we like that very much. So that's excellent. And thank you for all of the education and your parents, and to see young people today that are conservative with their values, to me means a great deal,
sure.
because it's not always the case. And so thank you for that.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure.
All right, so let's go to what made you decide to get involved in politics?
Well, I grew up in an entrepreneurial family. My grandparents were farmers on both sides, actually in Indiana. My mom's parents are hog farmers. They still own their farm now. No hogs anymore, but they still have corn and soybean.
Okay.
My dad's parents were poultry farmers in the northern part of Indiana. And, in the early 1990s, my dad started a licensing apparel company, which brought them to North Carolina because their niche was in the NASCAR community.
Okay.
So I grew up in a family with entrepreneurial spirit. Our family's built and sold a few successful businesses, and I've been able to watch the American dream unfold. So, talking about the inspiration to get into politics, we were just fed up with what we saw in our country. And we were fed up with weak leadership. We were fed up with people that wouldn't stand up and defend our values. We love the United States of America. This is the greatest country in the world, and we have to keep it that way.
Hear, hear. Yes, it is. Absolutely. And what made you decide to run for Congress?
Well, I knew that we needed more active participation amongst the youth. We had to make sure they were mobilizing, getting involved. And, I felt like there was an opportunity to do that through this run. And we've just been overwhelmed by the amount of support that we've had, not only from the youth, but from people welcoming us into the party, welcoming us that have been here for a long time. And we couldn't have done it without their support. And, it's just been incredible to see, how our campaign message has resonated with all people, but especially young people. And, we have several college campuses in or around our district. And so we draw a huge volunteer base from there.
Sweet.
And, we definitely have a strong desire to continue that operation as we move forward.
And getting young people, yourself included, but getting more young people involved is good for all of us, because they're the next generation.
Sure.
And I've been involved for 14 years, and it is slowly beginning to happen.
Yeah.
And it needs to happen. So thank you very much for that. All right, my next question is when, I don't say if, when you get elected to Congress, what are some changes that you want to bring?
Well, there's a lot of change we need to bring. I think we're going to have a strong majority in this next Congress, and we need to make sure that we have a very conservative majority as well, right?
Yes.
So not only do we need to talk about conservative things, we need to legislate conservatively as well. And, I think right now we're dealing with the failures of the Biden administration in a way that we've never seen before. It's almost remarkable that this administration can mess things up as quickly as they have. And so we're going to have to do a lot of rebuilding. We're going to have to focus on economic issues. We have to fix the supply chain.
Yes.
It's absolutely imperative that our mothers can find baby formula on the shelves, right? It's imperative that we don't feel like our wallet's being ripped out of our pants pockets when we're at the gas station. And there are simple solutions to this that Congress can enact. We have to unleash American energy. We have the oil here. We can be an oil-independent country. We can be an energy-independent country. We need to get back to that so the American people are not suffering the consequences, of shipping things offshore any longer.
Right. Well, some very important things to fix.
That's right.
But thank you for being willing to do that.
For sure.
Very, very important. So Congressional District 13, if you can explain to our listeners about where is that?
Sure. So we have the southern half of Wake County.
Okay.
We have all of Johnston County. We have a piece of Wayne County. We have Goldsboro. We have Lillington over there in Harnett County. We also have Irwin in Harnett County. So it's a unique district in the fact that we have an urban populace, but we also pair that with a strong agriculture community,
Yes.
which really is the backbone of our state. So, we're going to be dealing with the Farm Bill in the next Congress as that comes up. There's many things that we're going to be focused on ensuring that the people in North Carolina's 13th District can thrive at home and just economically in general.
I tell you what, our listeners are loving what they're hearing you say, so thank you, thank you. How can our listeners help you? Where can they find you online?
Yeah, go check us out at bo4nc.com. That's bo, the number 4nc.com.
Okay.
We're on all social media platforms, whether it be Twitter, Truth Social, Instagram. And our handles there are either Bo Hines, which is BOHINES, or Bo Hines NC.
Excellent. All right. Is there anything else you would like to say to our listeners before I start into the wrap up?
I would just say get active, get involved, get to know your candidates, get to know your federal candidates, but also get to know your local candidates. Be out there in the community, spreading the word. It's so important that we reach people that might not typically vote in these midterm election cycles. And we have to take our country back by storm with America First Patriots. I'm honored to have President Trump's endorsement in this race, and I know for a fact we're going to win this race. We're also going to take back our country in a massive way. It's going to be a red tsunami in 2022.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I just want to say to our listeners, thank you for listening, and I ask you to please share this link with everybody you know via email, via social media. Everybody knows different people. And if you will do that, it just helps Bo. It helps us. It helps us as citizens to get the right people elected and into office.
That's right.
And you said it a minute ago, so many people don't normally vote in an off-year election. And I think this year, honestly, is every bit as important, if not more so, than presidential.
Absolutely.
Because what happens this November sets us up for 2024.
It does. Lays the groundwork.
Absolutely. So I do thank everybody for joining us. I thank Bo for coming in
Thank you
today
so much.
very much. And I just want to wrap by saying we are coming to you from the Wake County Republican Party's office. We are located at 1401 Sunday Drive in Raleigh. Come and visit us. See what we have here to offer. Our job is to get Republicans elected. And so we exist to support candidates like Bo. That is our job. And come see us and get involved. If you're not getting involved with Bo, maybe you don't live in his district, get involved with us because our work helps him get elected. And I do thank you for listening, and I thank you one more time, Bo.
God bless. Thank you guys so much.